Hello everybody, Megabuild here, and welcome to episode 12 of Megabuild. So, last time we did this. Still not sure how I feels about it. I see we've got this little nook over here. It might be quite nice to have some windows on, if you know what I mean. Because you get a perfect view of this edge of this lovely goodie that we're going to be holding. Now let's turn off move objects for now because we don't need it on because it will be a pain. So sticking some windows in might be a nice little addition. Obviously we'll get rid of the wall that's behind it because that would be stupid if it. We want a window there. How is the ceiling too low? Hate you, game. Does that work? Let's have a look. No. Should I level this one bit out? Just so I can stick the window in. And then we'll fix up the pond. I mean, it doesn't look too awful, but it doesn't have the same shape as the rest of the pond, therefore we are changing it. So the next thing to do probably with this pond is to add some flowers and such, and some dirt around the edges, perhaps some rocks where it gets a bit steep, perhaps terrain, like raise some terrain around it just to get a little bit of steepness going. Oh, perhaps not quite that strength. Let's make this softer. Get like a bank. At some points this will probably be where I put the rocks. But it's just nice to have something there. Just to, you know, keep it smooth out a tad because it looks a bit sillier. See, I like that. It's already adding a bit more shape to the pool, and it will look even better when I add the terrain paints. Gotta get some stonings in there. Shale. Down to. I think that'll do in terms of shale. We only really want it on this kind of bit. And then if we go to the other side as well, we can probably then just kind of like dabble on some grass, make it look a bit like it's yeah, we'll re-add the grass in later. But for now we'll do this. And we'll mix up a couple rock textures as well, don't worry. This one looks a bit repeaty. Therefore I will not be using it for the entirety of the... It's quite strong over here. Go right out to the edge. We'll mix in the grass and dirt there. We don't want asphalt. Fine shale might be nice. Just get that. Probably should have softened it up. And I think it's time we added the grass. See, just on the top, give it a bit of like the grassiness. Make it look like some grass has actually been there. Like, you know, like a rocky hill kind of has that kind of grass growing in it kind of look. I'm just going to try and go for that in some way. And then make it more intense around the edges just to kind of blend it in a little bit more. Like so. Go. See, that's looking better. Starting to look like a lovely bit of rock. The house is in my way. That's better. No, that's really low. Crazy viewing. No. Yep. Perfecto. Need some good old dirt. Make it darker because dirt is wet. Let's be honest. Dirt is wet. And therefore things are darker when they're wet. So spray noise. If any of you are wondering why I've changed the music in the background, this isn't Sims music that's playing. It is regular old royalty-free music. I've changed it because I was having some issues in terms of copyright. I know it's all part of in-game, but for some reason it doesn't like me using Sims music. Normally it just came on the recording because I used to have this, the music kind of playing a little bit when I was working. You know the stuff. It was just the basic build buy mode stuff, and yeah. We might get some sandy sand in there. No, it won't work. We've realised that now. Pond. Where was pond? Pond. Let's get some of this sprayed in the bottom. It might work. Perhaps. Yeah, it works on the edges. Look. Whoa. That looks quite cool. Having that kind of come up like that. It looks less like grass at the bottom there, which is nice. Because sometimes you see that, and it's like, oh, well, there's grass underneath there, it wouldn't have grass. For several reasons, but I didn't like it anyway, so. Yeah. That's looking nicer. And perhaps when Island Paradise comes along, they'll make the water a bit clearer, because they're doing scuba diving and such. So yes. So we've got a good level of terrain paintiness being painted upon us. I think I'm going to grab a layer of lighter dirt to just kind of go around this a bit more. Just kind of get it blended. Well, I said blended, not very. And then we'll go back in with the darker stuff. This is kind of like painting because you have to do the darker stuff after you do the lighter stuff, and there's a way to do it and everything. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And then we'll go back in with this. Make the darker bits more strongly dark. Make sure we get lovely dark dirt everywhere we need it. I'm just going to stick it on top there because I think I already did that, but obviously not. And now we'll get to the erase tool, and yeah, smaller brush. And then we're just gonna no, not like that. Just gonna blend it in. Just like to get some more of a gradient going, because you don't always get it with the fall off of brushes and such. Might be a good idea to do it around half. Blendedy. That'll do for now. Now I need some kind of shrub looking things. around here, perhaps up above the hill and such. Now we stick our move objects on, because that's when it gets important. Excuse me, I just yawned. It is 9 o'clock in the morning, and it's very cold in my house, and I've got a heater right next to me, so I'm feeling rather snug. And it sometimes makes me feel quite tired. Too big. There we go. Now, should we start with just regular cattails? No, this one wants. They look slightly bigger. I think having shrubs around these kind of things just makes them look more wild. Well, not wild per se. Yeah, kind of wild. It looks pretty good, I think. And then just added some on there so it looks like a nice bit of overgrowth. Could probably stick some more shrubbery in this kind of department in, though I wouldn't count on it. So water lilies, no, I don't think I want the water lilies actually. Boxwood might be quite fun every so often. Looks a bit green for this area though, therefore I'm going to get rid of it and replace it with some actual buckhorn, which is what I meant, which was what I thought was boxwood. Just creating like a few little pockets of lovely old bushes. Lovely old bushes. So when you look at it, it looks kind of bushy. There we go. I'm gonna stick a few on here. Just a few. I mean a lot. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm liking that. Perhaps we stick a couple just rando bushes around here in some sort of alignment. Just as a kind of like a little overgrowth kind of bit. Okay, I may have overdone it, but we'll see once we add a tree, which we are going to add, and it's going to be not that one, not that one, not that one. Perhaps we should go with like a, oh no, ooh, there's the willow tree I was looking for last time. Perhaps if we move you to there, and we move you to there. Really poor placement of willow tree. Put it around there, that might look better, and then it won't intersect the house too much either. I will try and light some of these places up, because they might look a treat at night. But yeah, here's where I was sitting with this, and I reckon, whoa, that's a big old garage. Oh yes it is, forget these things. Should we windowsy this up? Perhaps we should. I personally think we should have done this. Maybe a bit late now, considering the fact that there's a pond in our way. Perhaps not too deep, but yeah. We just grab the smooth. No! What? No. Let's just do it using the pull tool. Not pull tool. Yeah, just something like that. That works. I reckon this might work quite nicely if we grab some darken stuff. Not that yet. I think we want flat wall. This might look quite interesting. Add a bit of depth and contrast. Oh, objects off, please. Hate placing windows and move objects off because you can never do it right, or at least I can't. Have we got any 2 square ones anyway that I've got the thingy on? Yes, we have. Limbo window. I need to remember the names of these things. It might be easier for you guys as well. I have used quite a lot of windows in this house, and I do acknowledge that. I like windows, and I like having a lot of light in a place, especially on Sims, because they never seem to have enough. And so I hope you understand where I'm coming from with this. Why is there no? Why you not like my fire? Okay, that's... Oh, that's because that's there. I forget the rest. Goodbye, column. Just thought adding that stick out a bit might be quite interesting. Unless we do something like this on the upper floor. Where it goes 1 in, and only 1 in this time. Then we could probably do that. Should we need to. And then we can create what I was going for. Not in that colour. In that colour. With the platform. Which I will sort out in a second. Secondo. I don't know why I'm talking like a crazy person. But I am. It's probably because I am concentrating. So yes. Yeah, so we do that up here again, but 1 further in, which looks quite interesting, if you ask me. Get some platform going on. Yeah, I did. I was hoping you could do it with windows there. And you can. And you failed. Oh man, I've been watching too much ASDF movie. Well, I have not. I just watched it, and it just made me think of my voice that I just did. It just made me think of standing up class. As it was called. See that? I think that's okay. And now we're starting to get somewhere with this back end. The old back end. Let's see if we look up here. Yeah, it's looking a lot better. I really like that now. Especially this, just with that in the background. Let's just check out the view from inside. That might be quite interesting to see. No, wrong button. Down 1 more. See, that is going to have a fan-dabby-doozy view of this pond. You see? That looks great. Really enjoying that. So anyways, thank you guys for watching this episode. As always, any suggestions you have, please do feel free to leave them in the comments section, because I do read them and I do take them on board a lot of the time. I say a lot of the time. They gotta be kind of good, and they don't have to go against everything that I like and stand for in the game. No, I'm just kidding. I will definitely take them on board, and yes, I will see you in the next episode. Bye!